Okay, we ready then? Oh. Well, hi everyone. It's been 3 or 4 weeks since I made my last video. There's been a lot going on. I had an 18-day holiday planned around Scotland, motorbiking holiday, but with all the parts that didn't arrive for the Goldwing, I ended up doing it on Faithful here. So we did 2,500 miles in 18 days, and lovely time. Have to express the fact, if you ever come to the UK to do the NC 500 and the Applecross Pass, that is a must to do. I've been waiting to do it for many years, the Applecross Pass, so has to be done if you come to the UK. Anyway, back to what was going on. I had lots of things ordered, and like I said, they never arrived. I had an F4 screen ordered, a 24-inch. I had the Corbin Panniers ordered. They never arrived, the main stand didn't arrive, and the metal I ordered to upgrade the rack didn't arrive. So basically it just came down to the fact, plus it was forecast rain for 8 days. So anyway, we went on the pan. So back to the Goldwing. So what's been going on with the Goldwing? So we'll move over to the Goldwing now. So this is where it is at the moment. It's pretty much stripped down. Reason why it's stripped down was I took the original rack off and the side brackets. So to get that off, of course, you've got to take the panniers. You've got to make them loose so you can get at the bolts. That was a lot easier than I expected. What I did do, I started on this side and I started taking everything off, and you didn't need to. That didn't need to come down. This back panel didn't need to come off. It's basically getting the centre out. And once that's out, you can spread everything out and get at these bolts on the side. Really, for all the bagger owners and touring owners, you really need to be familiar to get this back bit off, so that you can get your back wheel out, because at this point now all I've got to do is take that bracket off, and then just 2 bolts, and then it looks like the wheel will just unbolt, slide and pull out. So that'll be it. The biggest problem you've got is this plate here. Of course, this fits on the back of here. This is tight, very tight. You'll find that it's these 2, and then you've got 2 reverse ones going there and there. So basically that goes in the back. So when and of course you've got these ones here, and 2 little pins and 2 little bolts here. When you've taken the pins out and those 2 bolts, you really need to get a towel on it and literally get your elbows and boom. You have to give it a fairly good whack and then it'll pop out. Of course, after that you'll grease everything up, and if you wanted, you could just put a little bit of a file on these and just take the sharp edge off the ones that go in here, because they really clip in hard and fast. But anyway, that's that bit. So the rack. So what happened with the rack? What I did was, this is the Honda rack. As you can see, it's Honda again. I don't know what they're doing really. They've gone and made these side plates out of 2mm. They could have quite easily have made them out of 4mm. Wouldn't have made any difference. I've actually made mine out of 6mm. So I've made the 2 side ones out of 6mm, and the top one, which is just 2 flat bars, I've made them out of 8mm. Only because I wanted to get a bit more thread in them. I could have made them out of 2 flat bars of 6mm, but I just wanted to get a few more threads in here. I'll tell you the reason why. But what I also did was, just here on this one, I put an extra peg in here like that. Only a little peg, so that if these bolts should ever shear off, that will just drop onto the frame. Now regarding these bolts, like I say, Honda again, they put an 8mm and a 6mm. Why they just didn't put 2 8mm, I've got no idea. But anyway, what I've replaced these with grade 8 bolts, which is the highest shearing factor bolts I could sort of look on the web and find. They've got I think the 8mm something like 32 kg on a single straight shear. So basically I've replaced them with grade 8 actually bolts, and that's it. So what it is, like you say, the side brackets, this is the 6mm angle iron. Shaped that into exactly the same as that. So I took a took me about 6 hours just to make one bracket, and the top one again took me about 6 or 8 hours. But anyway, the side brackets are made out of that. It's a little bit of cutting, welding, twisting, bending, but anyway, they turned out really well. I was quite chuffed with myself, really. So that's the replacement. Like I say, you could say I overload the bike and I overload the pan. I normally work on 20 kg on the back. That's for everything, box, luggage and everything. So basically I'm quite happy with the fact that I can put 20 kg on the back and maybe even more if I want to. But this is it with the rack off. As you can see, here's the brackets here. What it is, that's the 2 flat bars. Just simple enough. What it is, the jibby rack, I've replaced these. These are 4 8mm, and I've replaced the 2 front ones with 10mm, just to give a bit more oomph on it, really. But that's it. So there's quite a lot of space under here. You'd be surprised, actually. There was 8mm isn't a problem. You can still just about get your fingers underneath. So that was that. As you can see, if you want to move up. So here's the brackets. Like I said, actually they just look like the other ones. So when we left the last video, I'll put that just there. When we left the last video, I was on about the Autocom, plugging in the 2275 Autocom speaker wires. Like I say, my local Honda dealer wouldn't touch me. I went to another Honda dealers, which was 130 miles away. But anyway, they didn't have an issue for it. The reason I got them to do it because they would guarantee the warranty on the bike, because they did it. They charged me £82. What it is, these are the 2 wires from the 2275 switchable. You know, the switchable one. That will actually be going in the grab rails. Just drill a hole in the grab rails just at the front, and that switch will be going there. But as you can see, instead of going all the way through to the front speakers to attach these wires, they actually just went into the wiring loom here, and that's where your 2 front speaker wires are. And I think he said that the rear ones are here as well, the rear speakers. But so anyway, while I was at the Honda dealers, we discussed the heated seat issue. So if you just stand back a bit, and then so we discussed the heated seat issue. The guy there, the auto electrician, he spent a good 45 minutes on his laptop going through the Honda Goldwing wiring for the bagger, and he said it was a non-starter. You would never ever get the Honda heated seat working on the bagger. Besides the wiring harness that's missing from down here into the loom somewhere, he's quite sure that the electronics in the box here aren't there for the heated seat neither. He said the only option, which was a slim chance, was the fact that you may be able to wire in the pillion seat separately on a separate switch and a separate feed. But he couldn't guarantee it, and he says, if you pay me the money, I'll look into it. But it's one of these things. How far do you go with it? So anyway, that was a big problem with me about the heated seat. So anyway, so basically that was it. The F4 screen that arrived. This is the 24-inch one. As you see, I haven't fitted it yet. So the only thing I was highlighting on the fact was how much it cost to get it into the UK. The F4 screen, by the way, when I got onto F4, they were very, very helpful. They sent me, they didn't want me to pay by credit card or anything, so they worked out a bill for the screen and the delivery to the UK, and they gave me the bill and I paid it through PayPal. Very easy, no problems at all. The only thing, and it worked out for me, was £391 to actually get it to my door. That included £7 extra to get it from the UK postal service to my front door. So it was £330 for the screen, £84 import tax, which is a killer, isn't it? The import tax, and then £7 for postage. So it was £391 for the F4 screen to get to me. So the other thing I ordered was the centre stand, of course. That took actually 3 months to arrive. No idea why. I ordered that on March the 7th, and it only arrived Friday, actually, just gone. And the other thing I ordered was the Corbin Panniers. They arrived. So this is the Corbin Pannier. It arrived just primed, basically. They said that they wouldn't paint the mud grey yet. There was no demand for it. So whether I'm the first, I don't know. But that's it. That's the Corbin Pannier, as you can see. So I've got to get these painted now. If you can see, there's the difference in them. You can see it's a lot deeper than the other one. So they're going to get painted. They're going to get painted tomorrow. So I'll give you the price on these. You'll be stunned. But anyway, so the price on the Corbin Pannier, right? In total, it was £1,208. So that included the VAT, the import duty, and delivery to the UK. So when I got in touch with Corbin, they didn't like me dealing with them direct. They wanted me to go through the Corbin agent, which is agents all around the world. Mine happened to be in Bournemouth, in the UK. I dealt with them. They were very, very good. They came up with the price, and I paid it, and that was it. So yeah, £1,208 for those. Like I said, I don't really know how much the import tax was because they all worked it into the price. So that was it, and the Corbin Panniers took 10 weeks to arrive. So they're to go on now. So other than that, really, it's putting it all back together again now, and hopefully we're on a bike ride this Sunday, and the Sunday after we're on another 4-day bike ride. So hopefully everything's going to be good. So that's it, really. Thanks again for listening. See you again.